Welcome to Reapers Underground. We hope you survive.
What is up, my demons? Yes, the Dark Lord has returned. Man, it feels like forever since I've been able to don my other face, as it were, because we've had so many other programs lately, and only one of me like a week. So it's like, feels good to put on my real face. So thank you guys out there in Morgrot Entertainment Land for joining my ass yet again for another awesome edition of Reapers Underground. Tonight I have with me director and musician Jay motherfucking Crimson with me tonight, and we're going to be talking about all about his career and everything that he's been doing. And you guys will be able to chat with him as well, ask him any questions that you like. And he's been working with Troma for a good hardcore second, so we'll be talking about that. But before we get into this madness, let's take a quick commercial break to our brothers at Villain Arts Tattoos. Check that shit out. That's right. You know exactly what to do when Villain Arts, the largest tattoo convention in the United States today, comes to your town, your city, your state, wherever the fuck you is. You better make sure you get your ass over there and get a high quality tattoo from some of the best tattoo artists in the country. All righty now. So we are about to get down to it, man. Welcome, Jay Crimson. How you doing tonight, brother?
Hey, Reaper, I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me on your show, dude.
Absolutely, man. I am always looking for up-and-coming artists of every medium in the underground, whether it be music, indie horror, actors, actresses, directors, you name it. And when you reached out to me and I started getting a good look at what you've been up to, I likes what I sees. So I was like, shit, all right. We need to make sure that the rest of the addicts out there, by the way, good evening, Rebecca Cody. And this is the time to share this shit out anywhere and everywhere there is a horror lover. All right. And yeah, I'm totally jazzed to have you on the show. So what made you get into directing horror films? Now, did the music come first or did the horror come first? It's always kind of a toss-up.
Right on. For me, it was definitely films. The first time I ever seen Halloween, the original.
Yes! Finally, somebody who says Halloween and not fucking Exorcist. Yes! Sorry, I just had to say that. It's one of my all-time super favorites.
Me too. And the original Evil Dead. was a big inspiration for
Oh.
me. Sam Raimi and John Carpenter, for sure. A lot of people say that my films remind them of something David Lynch would do because of the trippiness, the abstract qualities, stuff like that. But I'm a big John Carpenter guy. I'm a big Sam Raimi guy. I'm actually really influenced by Jonas Ackerlund and Ty West, Toby Hooper. I would say, I would even go so far as to say Rob Zombie as well, just for the fact that he's a musician and a filmmaker and kind of has that whole shtick going for him. But definitely Halloween. Definitely Halloween. Definitely Evil Dead. And then I started to play heavy, aggressive music in high school. And I was always big into mixing and blending genres and stuff like that until I found my niche, which was more hardcore punk. And my first real band was called God is Stoned, and I was the drummer. And we were like grindcore, like innovative, like groovy grindcore, stuff that made you headbang. Had some slow groovy parts too. We were different. But I played drums in that, and two of the guys from No Class Assassins, Chris Stotler and Dave Kelsey, were in that group as well. Then we started that band, and I sang. Dave went from bass to guitar. Stotler went from vocals to bass, and we had a drummer named Aaron. Started playing shows. We opened up for Misfits. We opened up for Guar. We played at Warped Tour 2010. We opened up for I Hate God, which is a big favorite of mine. Boat Tour.
It's a big favorite. I think we've all toured with Mushroomhead at some point.
Right.
They're just everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it doesn't matter what state you're from. If you play heavy music, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be able to open up for Mushroomhead.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we've played a handful of good gigs under the No Class Assassins moniker with those boys. And Chris Stotler from No Class Assassins is in my movies, Green Hell and Lilith.
Nice. I was just going to say, Cody out there in the attic section said, my internet went out and comes back. All I hear is fucking Exorcist. You actually caught like the last tail end. He said that the film that first inspired him was the original Halloween. And I said, finally, somebody chooses that as what got them into horror. And I was like, because everybody always picks fucking The Exorcist. So sorry about that, Cody. Go right ahead there, Jay.
The Exorcist is a good film, but everybody says that. Yeah. I like The Omen.
Always thought Omen had a little something that The Exorcist didn't. And it was like sheer raw power. Just the fact that this little boy could command any human being, creature to do his bidding, I just thought was like so much cooler. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what they did with the first Omen. Which is the film that literally just came out, I think about a month ago, just to see, since it's known as a prequel. Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
Any good?
I enjoyed it.
Sweet. All right, I won't be disappointed. Finally.
I don't think
At least we know we win in At least we know we win in the end, because you know how those, man versus or God versus devil movies goes, and the devil always loses. Well, fuck, we need to win.
I really liked End of Days with Schwarzenegger. Good film.
Oh yeah, very underrated film.
You thought it was underrated?
Very, because people are like, oh fuck, it's Schwarzenegger now versus the devil. And people just, I think they had preconceived notions in their head because, Arnold had pretty much fought every major villain there is to fight. And they're like, oh, his career's in the toilet or it's going in the toilet. And I was like, no, this is actually kind of cool because the actor, and forgive me for not remembering the actor's name, but the actor that played the guy that the devil got into fucking nailed that shit. I thought he was creepy. I loved him. I thought that the best actor to ever play the devil was Al Pacino. Fucking hell. When this happened, I was like, ooh, there's a contender for the title. So I actually enjoyed it.
The actor's name is Gabriel Byrne.
That's it. Yes. It was so fucking funny because it literally just came to my mind as you were saying it. Hey, what's up, Aaron? God damn it. By the way, if you did catch the beginning of the show, there is a new intro on the show that was made and directed by Aaron out there in the attic section. So thank you, brother. It was so awesome. Go back and watch it later. But anyways, he made it. All right, super cool. So, yeah, man, the closest I ever got to playing with the Misfits was I got to do some shows with Doyle in his band, which was a lot of fun. It's a lot heavier. Dr. Chud was playing drums, so I got to talk to him. But what incarnation of the Misfits did you must have played when Dr. Chud was playing drums for the Misfits, and damn it, cannot remember. I think the lead singer's name at the time was Mike. No, Mike Graves.
When No Class Assassins opened up for the Misfits, it was Jerry on vocals, it was Dez from Black Flag on guitar, and Marky Ramone on drums.
Oh, that version of the Misfits. Okay, still, that must have been pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
It was fun.
Absolutely.
To meet him.
So you've done. Oh, yeah. Well, that's just kind of how Jerry is. He was never afraid to talk to anybody.
Nope.
You can talk to, yeah, very much so. You can talk to Doyle pretty much any time, but just don't ask anything stupid because then it get really mad.
Yeah, my punk band, Chemical Valley Mutants, we opened up for Cancer Slug. That was
oh shit,
Sanctuary in Detroit a few months back, February.
That had to be a blast.
It was fun.
Hell yeah.
Good guys and girls.
So, what was your first film that you wanted to do?
The first film that I ever wanted to do, or the first film that I ended up doing?
That you actually made, yeah.
Green Hell was my first attempt at a film, and it was a basement film, meaning no one got paid. It was just for fun. Yeah, Green Hell. And that's Kelly Kai right there. She got her head smashed in a tombstone later in the film because my character thought she was a zombie because we drank strange liquid that we found. We stumbled upon it, dared each other to drink it like true addicts would.
Right.
And shit happened after that, I'll tell you. And it's an abstract film for sure. I used a Sony Handycam to film the thing. You could hear the tape going as the movie plays, and I just said, "Fuck it, leave it in. Sounds cool. Gives it a vibe."
Exactly. It gives kind of a classic flavor. You mentioned the original Evil Dead. I mean, it wasn't perfect either. you know, some of those old, exactly, especially some of the early DIY films, period, in indie film. I think that guerrilla style of
I love it.
Shooting some of these things. It gives it such a I don't know, just a really good flavor. It's hard to get like the old camera dust and stuff like that you see in some of the earliest films and horror. It's not perfect, but I unfortunately tried like hell to get this trailer uploaded into StreamYard, and it just was being a bitch. So sadly, I cannot show that one, but I can definitely tell you guys, if you go to Crimson Videos, correct? Jay Crimson on YouTube, you will be able to watch the trailer for Green Hell. It's looks like a
youtube.com/killyourboss69. Just like in high school, baby. Yes, sir.
Of course, in my twisted, fucked up head, it's the guy that you go to work for every day. Whichever works best. Paul Nato, what's up, my brother? Can't wait to see you in September, sir. Pacino, then Dave Grohl in The Pick of Destiny. I could definitely say that Dave Grohl did a halfway decent job. It was definitely hilarious. I'll give him that. Aaron says, same flavor I've been trying to honor for The Legend of Bloody Bones. Much respect, Jay. Nice. Basically, that guerrilla style of filming. There's nothing fucking wrong with it.
No, and I love the VHS aesthetic from the 80s. That's what I try to incorporate in all my films somehow.
Absolutely. Paying homage. There was just something, I don't know if you want to call it romantic or just, I don't know. There was nothing like popping a VHS tape in and watching that motherfucker. Whether you got like a few lines that went through it before it actually kicked in, you know what I mean? It was still fucking fun. Yeah. And I think that's why people like, vinyl versus any other medium today as far as music goes too.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's just better. I think it actually, I don't know, would you agree if that, VHS style type stuff it felt more real, more realistic, like you walked into another world?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because, these DVDs and shit today, it's like, sure, 4K is great, all that great shit. Oh, hey, ooh. That's a classic right there. Oh, man. He's got the stuff. Oh, look at that. Oof. Yeah, I love me some I Hate God. Oh, of course, Original Sabbath. Most definitely. How can you not? It's like listening to those cuts of NIB on the original, on the vinyl version of the album. Ooh, wow. Yeah, I haven't seen that in probably 25 years. So it's good to know somebody's got it. Oh, now see, that's my shit. That's my shit right there. I'm huge on Down. As a matter of fact, I cannot wait for the new record that they're getting ready to do. Oh, shit.
You ever heard of Brain Oil?
I recognize the cover, but not
Yeah,
the
Grain
band
Oil.
name.
A cool band.
What's the style there?
I think it's like a technical doom kind of.
Oh, so Intelligent Doom. Gotcha.
Right. Have you ever heard of Confessor?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I've been listening to that a lot lately. It's right now. It's in my car.
Hell yeah. Got some comments out here. So Aaron says, "Oh yeah, VHS has its own power for sure. It helped a lot of films become immortal. Could not agree more on that." Johnny, what's going on, brother? Johnny Necro in the house. Cody says, "I love the raspy static in vinyl. It gives it a whole other feeling. It's almost like you're in the room with the damn band. That's how I feel. I feel like it's a more of a live situation when it comes to vinyl."
That's badass. Yeah, I think that too.
Hell yeah. Aaron says, "I agree, Cody. It feels and sounds more raw." What's up, Kyler? He says, "Hello, my friends. Going to be lurking tonight. Got a small headache tonight. Damn it." Well, take some aspirin and a couple of shots and you'll be all right, brother. I'm telling you. Cody says, "I have Black Sabbath Master of Reality on vinyl. Oh, that is my all-time favorite Sabbath record." He says, "When Sweet Leaf hits, you can feel it." Oh, I totally fucking bet. Believe me. Paul Nato says, "Ooh, green porn." That's awesome. So awesome. So when you did this film, did you just try to do it just purely as an independent release, or did you try to shop it anywhere for distribution?
Distribution talks for Green Hell in specific didn't come until a little bit later. Like when I started getting in with Trauma and stuff like that. But it was shot on video, so a company called SOV Horror wanted to pick it up and make print on demand type of old school VHSs as well as DVDs, and I was all about it. I'm still waiting to hear back, so we'll see how that goes, because I'd love to be able to have stuff like that along with my band merch when we play gigs for sale for merch. That'd be awesome. I have done a few downloading links, stuff like that, or flash drives. I bought a few flash drives and stuff like that at some of my other band's gigs and stuff like that. But I think this new film, Lilith, is going to give me a boost. At least that's what I'm thinking. I got some cool cameos in this film as well. And
Ooh.
I just think that with the claymation, I had artists make me some claymation and stop motion and some really cool stuff, that this is turning into a hybrid of sorts.
Nice.
Like a hybrid.
Sure. It was really cool when you originally sent the link over to me a while back. I was like, somebody finally uses Lilith's actual sigil and not all the other bullshit that's usually attached to that. So I was kind of like, you must have done your homework. What's the premise? What is the premise on that film? As much as you can give us without, giving it all away.
Right. So Lilith, like I said, is an upgrade of sorts for me as a filmmaker. That some of it's due to the acting is better, the effects are better, the program we use to edit is better. My actress, Judith Periwinkle, plays a drugged-out prostitute named Lily that summons a deity to try to help her out of her life. And her life is her life is full of abuse, drugs, addiction, depression, and shit happens. And there's graphic nudity, there's graphic violence, and this is a psychedelic horror film.
Ooh,
trippy,
kind of a
trippy transitions, and
kind of a throwback to
gore,
the 70s.
yeah, and the effects that we're doing. It's very much an exploitation film at the same time. So there's a lot of terrible things that I make you look at.
I mean, you had me at prostitute, okay? So, I mean, when you go into the underworld, which, you know, traditionally that is where those types of people are preyed upon in the traditional idea of, you know, demons, succubi, incubus, you name it. So it makes a lot of sense. So something tells me that, you know, she probably makes, after summoning it, finding a new power, things start probably going better for her, but worse at the same time. I mean, I'm excited. I cannot wait to see it.
I'm glad.
I love good films like this because they're just, I don't know. You know, Hollywood takes chances, but they don't take the right ones, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
They're more, yeah, the mainstream is just a little bit more about, oh, let's rehash old plot. I like stuff that's more real. And that's what I'm like. That's what I'm very much digging with what the type of stuff that you're doing. So let's go ahead and roll that trailer for Lilith right now. And we will get back into some more fun here in a moment. Check it out. Hell yeah. Unfortunately, I did have to scale back a little bit of it to make it fit because, again, StreamYard is a bitch. But just the camera work, the way that, you know, you kind of open up with that drain pipe, just seeing the water almost looks black, and that's just badass. So definitely awesome. Is it kind of like her seeing her demon self, or her demon self coming after her, or?
She gets haunted. She becomes haunted before full possession.
Finally.
And
A film done.
That artist that plays the song in that trailer, KFR?
Okay, haven't heard of him.
KFR is from Spain. He is the artist who does the black metal paintings with his blood. Maxim Tacardi. You know him?
I know of him.
That's his black metal project.
Nice.
I was like, I gotta put that on. It's creepy as hell.
Oh, fuck yeah, absolutely. At first, though, I kind of felt like a little bit of a punk vibe. So I wasn't sure if that was your band or not. But I thought it was like her.
Like a Dark Throne kind of punk.
You said,
yeah. I see.
Exactly right.
I really
Huge Dark
Throne. Yeah, the Cult is Alive. I love that. I don't care what nobody says.
Absolutely. I'll always like Dark Throne. That's just the way it's going to be.
Yes,
you know, we talked one more. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
I've talked about, well, myself and Adversaricon on Tracks of the Dam. We've talked a lot about the black and roll. We love it. We dig it. A lot of people are just like, what the shit is this? And I'm like, you just don't understand the fun of it.
Wait, not a lot of
I think it's just right. You know, you can only do the same black metal thing for so long. And then you, as an artist, I think you can agree that, you know, sometimes it's kind of fun just to do something slightly different, change it up a little bit, let another part of your art come out.
And sometimes you alienate your fan base, and hey, that's okay.
Well, hey, you'll know who's truly with you and who isn't.
There you go.
You know, it's just so weird how black metal bands, actually black metal fans is what I meant to say, tend to be very fickle when it comes to black metal. It's like the moment you try to do something different or slightly different, they get all fucking ruffled feathers and shit. So.
Right. Yes, they do.
Not.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
they
One more
do.
time. Oh wow! Look at that.
This is one of my props from Lilith. This is the black
Exclusive,
guy
everybody.
goes to the cemetery, tries to summon a demon, and Lilith appears behind him. I got the blood. Blood goes
Nice.
goes through the eyeball.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Aaron out there in the attic section there would definitely be quite interested in that. He does a lot of the FX stuff as well. Oh man, look at that. Ooh, that's gory goodness right there.
Yeah, James Bell. James Bell made these from very fine crap videos.
No shit.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Now, do you dabble in FX at all yourself, or?
I pretty much just buy them and make movies with them. I like to support all the underground guys out there making stuff and going to conventions and trying to sell their stuff. I mean, that's what James Bell does with his wife, May. And I think they're awesome. I've had him on one of my first podcasts when I did the Crimson Cult podcast, which I need to do again eventually. It was fun. But yeah, he does a lot of good stuff, does great work, and I wanted to have it in some of my movies.
Definitely very lifelike. I think it'll look amazeballs on film. That's for sure. So how did you get involved with Troma?
Back to the podcast, the Crimson Cult podcast I did an episode with Lloyd Kaufman, and we got talking about stuff. We were talking about old movies, some Troma films, stuff like that, and I mentioned that I made a few, and he said he wanted to see them, so I sent them to him, and his agent sent me an email saying, would you like to be a part of Troma? So I signed a licensing agreement, and cha-ching!
Wow, that's awesome. I mean, if you get the thumbs up from Uncle Lloyd, you know that you're doing good things. That's for sure.
I try.
So Is Lilith also going to be part of that?
I believe so. I believe that when he sees it, and they're going to help me promo it. I've been talking to Mike Fink a lot, and he's going to help me out with some promo, some graphic promo pics and stuff like that to post around through Tromo. So I'm hoping to get that little bit of a hold for this film, because the more people will see it, and the cameos will help, I'm sure. And I don't know, the effects, the artists involved, I'm really hoping that it gets people's attention, because there's some gruesome things in this film. I've always wanted to see something on film, and I think I did it justice.
Right on. Is it the nudity or the gore, or both?
Both play a role. Both play a very important role in this film.
I mean, it's fucking Lilith. If anyone knows any of the lore surrounding that deity in general, sounds like you're doing it justice, which is really badass. So when do you plan on shooting it?
When do I plan on releasing it?
Is it already done?
It is in post. There's probably a couple more things to film. Just pick up shots and probably just throw them in there when we need them. I took some notes. We're in the note taking we're a little bit above the assembly cut, but we have to do some effects, and we have to do some audio scoring and color correction. And after that, we'll be thinking about a release date.
Hell yeah. Definitely will have to keep us updated there for that, so that I can let everybody out there in Morgrot land to know when this is going to hit, for sure. So what are you currently doing now, mostly? Are you getting ready? Are you doing any new scripts or any new projects coming up?
I want to make a dark humor comedy film about just a different bunch of punk kids, kind of like a punk version of Clerks, like SLC Punk meets Gummo meets Clerks type of thing. I don't know. I just think it'd be funny because we're all a fucking crazy bunch. My circle of friends are very opinionated, dark humor, so it'd just be perfect. And I've always wanted to do that. But I am mainly focused on horror for sure.
No, I mean, shit, man. There is nothing wrong with that. I still know, I remember Gummo coming out, oh, man, probably 25, maybe 25 years ago. Might be actually longer than that, because I remember seeing it when I was much younger. And that shit was a cult classic. If you haven't gotten down with Gummo, you need to, which is really funny because it was, I believe, either based on or shot in Ohio, which is where I'm originally from. And I really felt like that film encompassed small time living in Southern Ohio very, very well. So to have it kind of like,
Rubber cement.
Yes, rubber cement, absolutely. To have it though with punk people, with that that style, those types of folks, and I love punk folks. They are fucking amazing. Johnny Necro, as a matter of fact, very much a punk rock guy himself. I think that would be even more hilarious because it's like one of those things that's like, it may be dark humor, but it's so true kind of things. And I love dark humor. That's my shit. So That would be a lot of fun. Um, do you have any other plans for like any upcoming like horror scripts or anything? Something you want to tackle that you haven't tackled yet?
Well, I don't have too much released. I would like to, because I have more musical releases than I do film releases. Um, but I definitely would like to do some kind of post-apocalyptic with a supernatural element, something like a I don't know, 28 Days Later meets like It's in the Woods. There's Something in the Woods. You ever see that movie?
You know, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard a lot about it.
Like something like that, where you don't get to see the creatures up close until a certain moment, something like that. But it's still violent and it's still bloody and stuff like that. I have an alien concept in mind where it's more like alien. It's more horror than sci-fi, even though there's aliens in it. To put it that way, that's my script idea. And I had this idea for it was a story about child predator hunters that gather them all up in a van and release them in a booby trap filled woods. And if they get past a certain spot, they're free. But they don't get to that spot.
No, nobody ever does. I think that's what I loved about Running Man so much. I know that was a little bit, a little bit different, but just the idea of you're thrust into this situation, you have one way out, make it past all the shit if you can, and then you're free to go.
Right.
You could almost do a play on. I'm a huge fan of The Collector, and when we're talking about different contraptions and shit like that, that fucking movie fucks me up every time I watch it. I watch it to this day, and it still fucks me up because you're watching everybody just trying to gnaw their way through, basically trying to get out of the situation is just unbelievable. Most people probably couldn't. But I love that play on the human condition of trying to survive. It's like I don't know, like a bear who gets caught in a trap. What's he gonna do? Gnaw his fucking leg off and run off. That kind of shit. So that would be really cool.
I like the second one, The Collection.
Oh, that was even better. I was like, Saw, eat your heart out. That fucking club scene is legendary, in my opinion.
Yes, indeed.
Hell yeah. No, I myself, a lot of the addicts out there in the Morgrat universe love creature features. And I'm constantly saying, like, there's just not enough. Zombies, obviously we all love zombies. But there's just not enough people making good creature features nowadays. Oh, shit. Look at that.
It's a cool book I have.
Wowzer.
By John Stanley.
Nice. Kind of like... Oh, no. I mean, I can definitely see it the right way. So it's like all-encompassing creature features.
Yeah, up until a certain year, of course, but yeah. Bought this book in a Detroit library.
Nice. Hell yeah. And it was really interesting when you were talking about doing something with like a alien type horror film. Obviously the Thing always comes to mind because John Carpenter's The Thing, of course, because I mean, what was more gruesome than that? Unholy fuck, that was crazy. How did you feel about the prequel?
When I first watched it, when I watched it the second time, and that's all we got. That's as far as we got.
I mean, seriously, it is definitely a little better. I will definitely say that it is a little better.
And they tried to mimic some stuff, but they couldn't mimic the effects. I mean,
nope.
They tried to mimic those effects in CGI, and you could tell that there was a similarity, but it just didn't do it for me. I mean, if they would have had everything the same, except for the and used practical effects, I still think there would have been something missing. Although I do really like
absolutely
Mary Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
I do like her as an actress.
Yeah, definitely. The acting was great. I got nothing to say against that. The thing, well, without no pun intended, the problem with it is the fact that they didn't use the practical effects, and that is what made that 80s classic what it was.
Yes.
So. The fact I take it you're going to be doing nothing but practical effects with the alien picture.
Oh yeah. More puppets.
Ooh, man. People don't realize just how important those puppets are.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely. Oh, I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
No, I was just saying, in Alien, very important.
People don't realize that shit. They don't realize how it was done. And what it takes to actually wear a creature suit.
Right.
That shit's not easy. Do you ever plan on doing anything in the slasher genre?
Yes.
At some point.
The Crickets in the Snow film was kind of my 6 to 8 minute ode to slashers, but I would like to do a full length slasher film. Definitely. Because their big influence on me was Friday the 13th and Texas Chainsaw and Michael Myers Halloween movies for sure, and the other ones like Final Exam, the ones people don't talk about a lot, The Burning, awesome movies.
Just a plethora of slasher films that people tend to forget about. It's like, how could you forget? Yeah, that one was really good. The Maniac.
Yes. Classic.
It's like
Tom Savini all the way.
So good. Let's see here. Aaron says, that's why my first film had to be a slasher. Absolutely, man. It's the last great fucking slasher idea that we have had was Ghostface. It's like, come on, man. We have to have something that ups the game somehow. A lot of people have been talking about that new one that has come out. The guy with he's out in the country. He has a sack over his head.
Nature.
Very, yep. I've been hearing a lot about it. Some people are saying it's complete shit. And then there are some people that are saying this is finally what we've been waiting for, kind of shit. Have you seen it?
I have not. I want to.
I have.
It's on my list.
Yeah, definitely on my list as well. I think it could be good. The crazy thing is that they've already planned a sequel. So either they just really believe in their idea, their product, or it's really just that damn good. I would like to see something new. And you know, when you were talking about the apocalypse idea, I personally, to me, Pitch Black was the last really good film that you just didn't know what was coming for you. So many people, I don't know why they keep making these damn shit. What's it called? A Quiet Place or something like. I think it's A Quiet Place.
Oh yeah.
Those films where you have to like be quiet, otherwise they'll come get you.
Yeah.
Why do they keep making those?
I don't know. Do you remember that one movie, Darkest Hour, where it was the aliens that disappear? Yeah. They're like in a little ball or something. That was a wild one. When they were shooting out horror movies.
The moment you add PG-13 to it, it's over. You don't have a horror film at that point. I don't know. That's just me.
What are some PG-13 horror films that you did like?
Honestly, I can't think of too many.
Have you seen Lights Out?
Not even one comes to mind. Lights Out. Was that with the old man that was blind?
I don't think so. I think that was Don't Breathe.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. So probably no. I probably not have seen that one.
Right. Lights Out is about, it's definitely has that whole The Ring, Grudge type of thing going on. But it was all based off of that short film where the girl turns the lamp on and there's that freaky girl there by the lamp. They used that whole premise. And it was when the lights are off, she can be there when the lights aren't. Kind of like As Darkness Falls. But it had a better quality to it, I think. But the evil tooth fairy, As Darkness Falls. What do you think about that?
You know, I'm glad you did mention that one. That one was half decent because its premise was not gore.
Right.
And if it was supposed to, then it would have had a problem. The only other one that I was going to mention was Dead Silence.
Oh, with the dog.
Dead Silence. The creepy, I mean, that fucking lady could put the nun under the fucking ground, under the universe, as far as being scary. She was terrifying, seriously, in my opinion. So I guess there's one. I will definitely give it to Dead Silence. I thought that was pretty fucking cool.
And overrated? What's an overrated horror movie?
Well, definitely A Quiet Place. That one to me is overrated. What was that one? There was the Possession movies.
Oh yeah, I never liked the Cloverfield monsters or any of that stuff.
They had a chance to do something really badass, but what it ended up kind of coming off as, in my opinion, was definitely a wannabe Mist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree. Or that one with John Goodman where he kept Mary Elizabeth Winstead in the little cubby.
Yep.
That was a weird one. It was almost like they went into spin-off mode.
Kinda, yeah. I don't know.
You got to have a good
From
successful franchise before you do a spin-off.
Oh, definitely. Which honestly, I hope you can get with Lilith. There's a lot of different directions I think you could go with it, especially if it hits, as hard as I think it will, and definitely you as well. So it's going to be really cool to see how far that one goes, because honestly, I think you have the right idea. You're doing it in the best of ways. It's definitely going to hit with like the female audience, but I think guys are going to dig it too. You know what I mean? So it's got all the stuff.
Thank you, man.
So where can everybody find you?
They can go to my Facebook is my #1 right now, which is facebook.com/jcrimson83. And I am at jcrimson83 as well on Instagram. I have a YouTube page, Crimson Videos, at www.youtube.com/killyourboss69. Let's see, facebook.com/X, Chemical Valley Mutants X, just the band's name with 2 X's on each side for the URL. Yeah, that's about it. I have a Lilith, a J Crimson Film Facebook as well, facebook.com/Lilith, a J Crimson Film. And yeah, that's about it for now.
You heard it here, Morgrat Universe. You know exactly where to keep up with this film coming out, and how to get in touch with J Crimson on anything that he's doing. Do you have any other links for your music project?
The music project is in that Chemical Valley Mutants. The X on each side of the band name for the URL. You can just type our band name in on YouTube, and our videos and album will come up, and any promo clips. We just did a collaboration with Dads Against Predators for our Vigilante version 2 music video, and that's out there.
Nice.
Those guys are, I think they're from the Toledo area, and they had videos of them catching some creeps and gave us the okay, and we made a video with it because that's what the song's about, and that's what we're all about as a punk band. So keep those fuckers off the street. Boom!
I feel that. Absolutely. It has been an absolute pleasure having you on this evening, and just getting to know you, getting to know your work. And we definitely cannot wait to see the rest of your journey as it unfolds. Definitely, everyone, all of the links out there in Morgrat Universe to follow everything that Jay is doing. And we can't wait for Lilith to come out, because I think, personally, it's going to be badass as fuck. So thank you all so much for joining us on a Tuesday night.
Thank you.
Right? Love it. Can't wait to see them be.
Ears peeled and your eyes open.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Reaper.
With that, you must always, after utilizing that great ear and that exposed eye, to always stay heavy.